In today's video, I'm attempting a last to first challenge as Piastri in Qatar, and we're going to be underway here under the floodlights, and we actually get a pretty solid start. Let's see how many places we can gain. We are on the mediums, so the first few laps might be a bit tricky, but it should get better once the softs start to overheat, and we get a very nice start there. Going to look to the inside of the Williams, and that is an absolutely beautiful start, up to 11th place already. Gonna go for a double overtake into turn 4. And we make that move stick, which is good. As, oh my god, nearly run into the back of the kick. But that's gonna enable us to get up the inside of Alonso. A bit of moving on the braking there by the veteran, but we get the move done. And we're up into 7th place already. So this is a pretty good start. Now we need to try and see if we can keep making consistent progress. Around the outside of Leclerc. Beautiful move there. And we gained 14 places in lap 1. That is lap 1 done. Heading on to lap 2 now. Looks like Leclerc might actually come back at us. But we're just going to shut the door and take the apex. And actually get our second warning already, so that is not ideal. Aggressive move on Kimi Antonelli there. Into turn 4, but we get the move done. Bit of a rear lock. Car is not the most stable, but we're up into the top 5 already, so we can't complain. Here we go then, gonna fly past Antonelli on this straight. Set a new fastest lap in the process. That is us up into P4 in this race now. Next up ahead is Lando Norris, our teammate of course at McLaren. Here we go on Lando. Gonna get up the inside into the fast right-hander, and we're now up into the podium playing positions. There's 2 more cars to go. Lewis Hamilton in 2nd and Verstappen in 3rd. Of course, the Ferrari in real life is pretty poor around Qatar, so it's not entirely realistic. But nonetheless, we're going to try and see what we can do. We do get DRS, which is crucial, as we have 4 laps to go. Again, another fastest lap for us. We're actually going to maybe send it here in Hamilton. And we go very late to the inside at turn 1. Go all the way out, and that is us up into 2nd place already. So now it's just us against Max for the win in this race. But we first have to close the gap. He's 2 seconds ahead. No DRS just yet, but another fastest lap, and we are gaining. So we might be able to make an overtake on the next lap. Bit deep there, very poor exit from us. So let's see if we can go for a move. Heading into turn 1, Max is going to go defensive. We're going to try and switch back him. Bit of contact there. Let's see. Heading through turn 2, still going to be side by side. More contact, and he actually fences off there. So we're going to have to try again. Heading into turn 4, he's going to go defensive. We're going to try and go around the outside, and we get the move done, so that is very nice. Bit deep there into the next corner, but we are now in the lead with 1.5 laps to go. So unless we make a big mistake, we could probably gap him, as quite on the limit there. He is so close. Maybe he has saved the battery. Well, I messed up my exit a bit. He's only half a second back. He's not that far back. Here we go then. We're about to head on to the final lap of this race. And I go a bit deep again. It's not ideal. Here comes Max Verstappen then. He's going to follow me in my slipstream. Is he going to be gaining enough? I'll start using some battery, but he looks like he does have the overspeed. He's going to go to the outside. Side by side with Max Verstappen for the race win. We kind of push him off track there a bit. That was a bit unfair. So we're going to let him through. He brakes a bit there mid-corner, which is quite interesting. We're going to be on the outside heading into turn 4 once again. This time I'm gonna go for the switchback. We make a bit more contact, but we're still side by side, heading through into the hairpin here. Once again, gonna go for a switchback on the reigning world champion, but he actually blocks it off, so we're gonna have to get creative, try and force him to go defensive somewhere, as we're then gonna try around the outside here. Gonna go for a switchback. Maybe we can't stick our nose in there, otherwise that will just be a stupid move. We have to lift due to dirty air. This might go down to the very last corner. He does have a sizable gap. Gonna force him to go defensive, try and somehow maybe get him up to the line. It's gonna be very, very close, but it looks like Max Verstappen's actually gonna win the race, and we messed that up quite badly there. Maybe should have gone to the inside for the last corner, but nonetheless it is a very solid recovery drive for Oscar Piastri at the Qatar Grand Prix.